Microphones and Monsters is a creative typo production. Special thanks to Mead and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive producer level supporters from Patreon. Your continued support means the world to us and helps make everything we do possible. Also, thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in and making it all worthwhile.
Imagine a place where ancient secrets and unnatural horrors lie dormant. A place where the veil between worlds is thin and the creatures of the night roam free. On Microphones and Monsters, a ragtag crew of travelers sets sail for one such destination. But beware, dear listener, for the horrors of Farzeen are not for the faint of heart.
So, the Folly, she's referred to by the crew. It's clearly not a newly built vessel. She bears the scars and markings of a well-used ship that has seen her share of obstacles and overcome them all. You are a natural, sir.
Yes, it's very similar to how you bind individuals, potentially captures, but without prey. It's confusing. I have never really done any kind of work like this. It's usually kill this, ransom that. This is foreign.
Well, all right. That's a lot. So these roles are taking place throughout the whole voyage. So it's not like back-to-back roles on the same day. So it's another day. Y'all have been sailing. You've been learning your tasks more. You've been getting to know people more. And with this check, the second check, as you're getting more comfortable with the people that you're working with, and as well as other crew members during downtime and chow and everything, you're talking with people, so you have a chance to talk to other people as well. But let's go in the order we did it before, and you have a chance to ask any questions that you have about different things that you may have a question for. Rufus, you have a dexterity acrobatics check. There's a rather big roach that's been elusive to you, and let's see if you catch it. Finally, you've been hunting this one down. Like everybody's been watching you prowling around the ship, looking for this big daddy cockroach.
All right, there he is, Mr. Mouse. There he is. I'm gonna get him in just a second. Get him!
And I jump, and it's that was a 13.
13 succeeds. You hit him.
Yeah. He's like, I got him, Mr. Mouse. I got him. You see, he's out dead now. He's a stupid bug. I don't like him. We gotta go show Aiden.
Bloodthirsty.
We gotta show Aiden the book.
Yeah, and I'll walk in, and I'll look up at Aiden, and I'll be like, I got him, Mr. Aiden, and then I'll just drop it right out of my mouth. And it's just a big, nasty roach.
You got the guts on my boots.
Oh, what? I'm sorry, Mr. Aiden. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll walk over and I'll lick it up off his boot.
Oh, just toss it over the edge for me as he.
Yes, sir.
He's like, my stomach's usually pretty good, but
bad time to remember. Dreamland's cat.
No. Y'all been selling.
Yeah,
y'all been working with each other.
Okay.
If anything, this guy knows what I'm saying better than almost anyone now. I keep coming up to him and saying hi, Mr. Aiden, and all that. So I'll pick it up and walk it over and just fling my head to the side and just launch it right off the side of the ship.
Yeah. We didn't have a bunch of like not knowing what he's saying because time is passing by, and this is more of like a montage kind of thing.
I probably also have walked by and continued to say hi to Lucius and ask him where we're going and try to see if I can clarify what I'm trying to ask him, because no one's told me where we're going yet.
Well, you have
he's the one that's looking at the map all the time, so I figured he knows.
Like you're constantly stalking and trying to talk to him because the more you do it, the more he's eventually going to recognize your voice and know what you're saying.
Probably.
Izzodath would talk to Rufus quite often because she gives him food, and I don't know how much that he would interact with Xerothin.
Probably Rufus would be walking around, and like if Xerothin's like standing somewhere and I just be like, excuse me, Mr. Man, I gotta get by, or something like that. Just like I might even be talking to like the little talkative twin, trying to talk like maybe that guy's real nice to me and petting me or something. And so I'm just talking to him. I can't remember their names. There's too many names. I'm not writing this stuff down.
Yeah,
Banda.
I wrote them down.
I know.
It's Banda and Casa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would not. Rufus would not be not talking to people. He would be saying hello. But I imagined that Xerothin would be giving him a couple of nasty looks if he tried to talk to him too much. But if nothing else, he's probably getting to understand a little bit of what he's saying because he's talking to other people.
Yeah.
If anything, I would probably look at you with like a big grin, like if a sub sandwich had legs and was walking in front of you and you were really hungry.
Let's not eat, Rufus.
Sub sandwich and a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mr. Mouse. Got to get that macadamia nut cookie.
Mr. Mouse mostly stays in his little pouch.
Mr. Macadamia.
I've got him out to eat.
Mr. Macadamia. Mr. Chocolate Mousse.
Oh man. So, you did succeed.
Woo.
We did cover that stuff. Do you have any questions for any of the crew members? Like, is there anything? I guess your only thing is the navigation. You're wanting to know where we're going.
Yeah, I'm curious. I've got this job on the boat now, so I'm happy.
Okay, so we'll come back to that whenever it's Lucius's turn.
Cool.
Yeah, that's 2 successes, and it is Izzodath's turn now, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're back in the galley. You are prepping dinner for the crew. You are just wrapping up dinner prep for Nebby, and she goes, oh, she comes down stretching, like you just hear like every single vertebrae crack in her back over the creaking of the ship. And she's like, oh yeah, how you getting along down here? And give me that wisdom survival check.
Wisdom survival.
12. That is a success.
Awesome.
She's like, I see you've been picking it up. I knew that first time was just a fluke. First time on a ship. So yeah, you're doing good work.
Thank you.
She finishes cooking everything
job, Izzy.
up.
Rufus just like running around the galley.
Yep.
Oh,
He's like in the middle of chasing something.
So Nebby goes to cooking. She's like, go ahead, get me all the trays and spoons. Actually, gonna need some knife. We need some. This meat's a little tough today, so they're gonna need to cut it up. Fork and a knife for everybody. And you get everything and bring it over to her. You help her fill up each tray, and you take it up to everybody. Is there anybody you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to her? Do you have any questions about anything involving maybe Farzeen, the cargo, anything about any other crew members, the boat?
Honestly, she probably would have kept to herself for the most part, kind of the whole voyage.
Okay.
So she would probably be like listening if other people were having conversations, especially during like meal times, but she's probably not going to approach anybody to actually speak to them.
Okay. Well then, okay. So while eating with everybody, you do hear Banda and Casa talking. I guess you would sit closer to them just because you're more comfortable around them than anybody else, since they were very kind to you. At the start of this. And Banda's just kind of like telling a story to everybody. He's like, it's a paradise, Farzeen. It's protected by the goddess of light. The sheltered harbor is on the south face of an island, watched over by her statue. And the jungles are supposed to be amazing. But yeah, the goddess I can't wait to see what the statue looks like, because it's supposed to be a blazing beacon for all sailors, and it can be seen for miles in the darkest night, bleakest storm, and densest fog. Yeah, and he just goes on, just talking about all the wondering what kind of creatures are in the forest, and he's heard about these things and these things, and
What-
all the wonderful plants.
Would you? Are they like exotic ones, or are they non like stuff I've like never even heard of?
It all sounds like a bunch of hearsay for a lot of things. Like there's not, some of it like does sound legit, some of it seems kind of embellished. But yeah, he likes telling stories, so you are used to him kind of embellishing things to make it sound better. But he is very excited about it. It's a jungle paradise.
Are we all at this dinner, or was it?
Yeah,
more
everybody
that
would
that's-
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Just making
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, Izzodath would just be kind of taking mental note of everything, and
Yeah.
she's excited to see it, but she has no thoughts or hopes or anything at this point until they're there.
Yeah, but yeah, most of the takeaway from that is paradise, and the legend of the goddess of light protects the island and its inhabitants.
Did he specifically say that's where we're going?
Yeah, it's Farzeen.
Okay. No, I mean, like, did he say, was he just describing what Farzeen was like, or did he say when we get to Farzeen?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
when-
Rufus still
when you-
isn't sure.
when you get
He
to
hasn't paid
Farzeen.
much
Yeah,
attention. Okay, cool.
yeah. He would have definitely mentioned that, like as in like can't wait to get there, like all that kind of stuff.
Got it. Okay. I got to make sure that Rufus pays attention to what he would want to know, and he doesn't pay
Yeah.
attention to much else.
Yeah. And Lucius, navigation.
So you need me to go ahead and make another survival check?
Yeah.
And we're lost.
Actually, maybe so.
Yes.
That one was a nat one, so
Oh.
so total is 5 on a nat one.
So Aiden listens to you, and he's like, "Oh man, Lucius, I mean, you're close, but you forgot to move this. Here, let me show you. I know what, I had a lot of high hopes for you on this, but you gotta do better." And he adjusts it, and he's like, "Hey, you're lucky I'm here. So you got to remember that. All right, this should keep
Yes.
us on. This should keep us on track right here, though."
Of course. Thank you very much, Edwin.
Aiden.
Who?
He knows.
Oh, did you know that it's Aiden? So you got his name
I
wrong?
mean, I the player know, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's.
Purposely
Richard's
not
the
remembering.
Are
Julian
you-
this time.
Right.
Are you getting enough
Good.
sleep?
Perfect.
You getting enough sleep, Lucius?
Well, I'd like to think so.
Coming down with something? Getting sick?
No, I don't think I am.
You're making a lot of mistakes today. We need to figure it out. All right. We need everybody 100% ship shape. Do you have any questions for him though?
So this Farzeen that we're going to, I don't believe I really know what is there exactly. Like, what was exactly our purpose in traveling there?
Oh, Captain made a deal with transporting some very valuable goods. It's something small. She keeps a chest with them in it. I don't know. I think it's I want to say it's some kind of religious artifact, something like that.
Yes, well,
It's
I
for some
suppose that
grease or something.
that does sound like it would be in order.
I mean, Banda was saying yesterday is some skeletal remains of a long dead priest, but you can't really trust his stories too much.
Well, that could explain my intuition in either case.
Huh? What is your intuition?
I am not entirely sure, but I just know that this vessel is going where I need to be.
Where are we
Guess
going
that's why-
again?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm a cat. I wander all around.
Everywhere.
He's in everybody's skill checks.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, were you gonna answer him about where are you going?
like you were here just asking about where we're going.
Yeah. I just walked in. You were talking about, where we're going. And sounds scary.
Well, we're going to an island called Farzeen. Because you said this was after some time, and we've had some ability to understand, right?
Yeah. Everybody understands him.
Yeah, it's like when you hang around like a 3 or 4-year-old for a couple of days, and you finally figure out what in the world they're saying.
Okay. I was just making sure enough time had passed, and I'm not just making assumptions.
Yeah, enough time has passed.
Okay. Yes. The island of Farzeen.
Okay, that sounds fun.
I do not know what we will find there, but I know that it is important that I make it.
Well, let me know if you guys need anything. I think I saw something over there in the corner.
Yes, very well.
That darn cat.
You guys are like my best friends.
Yeah, Aiden likes you now. Like
10 times more effective.
You mean friends? Just in general.
Yes, we're all working together. We're all friends.
You did fail, of course.
Mm-hmm. Important announcement. We need your help to keep the Creative Typoverse alive. By joining our Patreon at patreon.com/creativetypo, you'll unlock ad-free episodes, exclusive content, and even uncut M&M sessions. Your support will fuel our creativity and bring you endless adventures. Stay tuned after the episode for a preview of another amazing Creative Typo show.
Xerothin, back to rigging. Are you still working with Banda and Casa? Are you near the dwarves? Or what are you doing?
I would be working with Bandit and Casa, but I'm also kind of curious. Just I haven't seen all of the ship. I mean, I've seen kind of below decks in terms of like the mess and where most people are staying at, and I've seen topside, but I haven't seen like bilge or cargo or any of that. And
most of it's pretty open.
Unsettling. Yeah, it would be unsettling to like not kind of root around and just make sure that Xerothin's not going to get surprised by anything.
Okay, I mean you have the option to talk to the captain in her quarters as well.
No, I don't mean actually talking to the captain. I mean just going and like looking
going
around.
in. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what do you want to do? Going into the captain's quarters, which is below deck.
Oh, the captain's quarters is below deck.
So below deck it's all pretty open. Like you see all the cargo, the couple hammocks for people to sleep in below deck. Most people sleep on the deck, just because it's just nice. And but there's only 2 rooms. One of them looks newly built, which is Lucius's room, and the other older like walled off and doored area is the captain's quarters.
Okay. I would go into Lucius's room. Not so much to like go in there and root around and like look at stuff and stuff like that, just to know like in terms of like being able to map out the entire ship of knowing exactly where everything is. Like where closets are, or furniture or anything like that. Basically, if there was going to be something that was going to happen on the ship, that Xerothin would have exactly a layout to know, like, this is where he could hide, this is where he could escape, this is where other people would be hiding, and know where to find them.
Okay. So going into Lucius's room, you don't really see anything out of place. He does have his belongings. It's rather tidy, kept together. I'm imagining for Lucius that he's not he doesn't leave a mess behind. Is that right, Richard?
Right.
Yeah.
And just in general, it's not like he really took a lot with him. Like it'd be fairly like light and like what he has with him.
Yeah. So, I mean, you would see something out there for his because he's a cleric, so he would have something there, like for worship purposes, that kind of stuff. So
would I know what it would be, or could I?
Would he know?
See
what
if I
it
could
would
find
be?
out what it was.
Richard, would he know what it would be?
So I mean, I will say that that Lucius is not like a cleric to like a specific deity or anything like that. So it's not like there's like certain deific like religious
I didn't remember
or anything
that or not. Is there like a symbol or anything?
Names,
or?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, and I guess I didn't really determine anything as far as like what it would end up looking like or anything, but I guess like I guess you may find something with like some depictions that has like just seems like a lot of eyes like over some of the like pieces like art idols that you find.
Got it.
Now don't give any details on it. Is it something that he could roll on to get any information on it? Like religion wise,
I mean,
is it religious at all, or just?
I mean, maybe so. I mean, I like, and I don't know how to really explain this, but like, I'm not sure like what angle you kind of want to take with that. I guess is kind of the question.
I'll put it to you this way: if you make it a very difficult check, I guarantee you I probably won't hit it because I got a -1 on religion.
Okay, well it's a DC 20. So,
There you go. Perfect.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you would necessarily determine that was something that could be kind of discerned with like a religious background, but I mean,
okay,
it would be basically with the I don't know how to put it, like what we talked about, like with the way that he even became a cleric to begin with. It would kind of be tied into all of that.
Okay.
We're gonna go with
It's
just
a mysterious figure with a bunch of eyes on it. Carving.
Put down mystery with eyes.
I remember one of those that was in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was like a big guy made out of eyeballs. I remember him. Is it that guy?
Yeah, it's like a little clay statue of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one that was just a pig's head?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, it was a pig's head, and he had like a gladiator helmet with the little tuft on the top.
Little fan.
If I recall correctly, he was hungry.
But I do want to go into the captain's quarters too, and I guess kind of in a meta perspective is Xerothin treats most of his surroundings like a hunting ground. Okay. So knowing the layout of everything he's going to be going at, that's kind of how he's treating the area. So he knows exactly where to go to hunt.
Okay. I'm gonna say when you open the door, Nookie is inside the room, and he is sitting on the captain's bed.
And I can't. Oh, can I communicate with Nookie at this point, or?
Nookie doesn't really talk to people a lot.
Not enough. Not enough for me to understand.
But Nookie glares at you, and are you still going in and looking around?
I just want to open the door and look in. If I see Nookie, I'll just basically stare at Nookie as well as I'm opening the door.
Okay. Shortly after, like as you're just looking around, making sure everything is okay, you hear behind you footsteps coming down the stairs. Like she wouldn't sneak up on you because I mean you're very keen. Your senses are very keen, so I'm not going to make you like roll for that. But your passive perception would pick that up. And Captain Sensa, you would know her footsteps. And she says, "Can I help you, Xerothin?"
No, checking the surroundings. It's too quiet.
Well, go ahead, go on in. You care to join me for a drink?
Sure.
Like a screwdriver.
And she pours some rum for you in a small glass, and she goes, "So I mean, I have to say I like the work that you're doing on here, making sure everything stays in order and everything. Nookie did let me know that you were down here. I don't think much of it. It's your job to make sure that everything's in order. So I'm not too concerned about that. We haven't had a whole lot of time to talk. I mean, we're always busy. So you got any questions for me?"
What do you know of this Farzeen location we're going to?
I mean, Farzeen is the island with the town Farzeen on it. There's a volcano. It's dormant though. It hasn't gone up in years. I haven't been to Farzeen since I was young and new to the sea. But I imagine it's not too much different now. I mean, Banda had it right about the statue and the legends behind that on it protecting the people and such. I mean, the people do get along with the ghouls on the island. As far as I know, I don't imagine much has changed. But yeah, there's also the the priests that are on the island, which actually the shipment that we're taking is for them. She looks over at the crate that's in her room. It's the only crate that is in her room rather than out with the rest of the cargo, because the rest of the cargo is just supplies and everything. You hadn't noticed any actual like cargo that has any valuables in it, but you see that crate.
Except for the stuff that's in the cabins. Okay. Is there anything like peculiar or something that stands out about the crate? Like, is it just a normal crate, or is
other
it
than
something...
she looked at it and you know that it's the shipment, that crate alone is the whole purpose of this shipment.
Mm-hmm. But not like any like decorations or like
No, it's a pretty normal crate.
Or anything.
It's not a huge crate, but it's a pretty normal crate. I want to say probably more like the size of an ammo crate, like the rectangle ammo crate. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the green one?
Yeah. Like
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where it's got the rope handles on each side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not too big, but obviously it's paying a lot to be able to pay everybody for this. Yeah. So it's important.
Mm-hmm. This is your first dealing with these priests?
Yeah. I mean, this is my first time captaining a ship.
Rufus darts past the doorway to the room.
Go in, you just see him run past.
You just hear some
running.
The other thing I would ask would be, have you heard any rumors or legends about Farzeen in regards to a otherworldly power or voice that calls individuals to it?
I can't say that I do. I personally have never heard anything like that. I mean, most people want to go and visit go visit in the more calmer sections of the jungle. I mean, there is some dangerous creatures out there too. But yeah, I can't say anything as foreboding as that.
This has been enlightening. I will return to the rest of the crew. Thank you.
All right. Well, you take care now.
Don't come back now, you hear?
Don't ask me and mine for nothing.
Go ahead and give me that dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
we'll make sure
rigging.
we even have that we'll make sure we even have that conversation. I don't just like assist with crashing the boat.
I mean,
No,
you said strength check, right? Or
dexterity acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just left the conversation and had to go and
15 again.
pull a rope.
Oh, then you were also very successful. Even Casa seems slightly impressed with just how good you're doing everything. Like Banda's like, I tell you, you are a natural rigger. Ain't that right, Casa? I guess he's all right. And she kind of smiles.
I just want Casa to acknowledge me.
Notice me.
You see a glint in her eye. You find her glance away whenever you look, and she's across the other.
He's fine.
But even this time, you caught the attention of the Wycott triplets, which are just all over the place, like swinging, like using the rope to like pull them, like sling them up into the air and catching on the different things on the boat, like
On
the mast,
the moorings and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about shit.
And they're
On the
giving you
port
thumbs
side.
up too. Like you're impressing the triplets that you haven't talked to.
I would do a very what I think is a genuine but comes off as disingenuous smile, where I show like my teeth and fangs at them. I am restless. On this ship, there's nothing to do but pull ropes and talk to weaklings. My blood is on fire. I need to kill something. I need to wrench its life away. If I don't, I will go absolutely mad. The only thing I have on my mind is vengeance. I have to kill that man. I have to watch him bleed slowly. I have to do this. My body is writhing in agony. I have to do this. The voice guides me. I have to listen to the voice. It will lead me to my quarry. Not long now.
After the mysterious death of his father, Vartan returns home to uncover the truth with the help of his newfound friends, Baya and Ovik. But his hometown of Eterno may have something even more sinister in store for them. Join us for their journey into the untold at etherealembracepodcast.com or anywhere you listen to podcasts by searching for Ethereal Embrace.